In this video, we will be learning about regular verbs and irregular verbs. What are these verbs? How these verbs are formed? And what is the difference between these verbs? Hello everyone, this is Fazal Rabi. Welcome to my YouTube English learning channel. So let's get started. As we know, verb form changes as per tense. These forms are base form, past participle form. The base form is also known as first form. Past form is also known as second form. And past participle form is also known as third form of the verb. To know the types of verbs, I have given the link in the description which will be helpful for you. Now, to elaborate it through example, word play will be changed into played in past form and played in past participle. Let's look into another example, word eat in base form, ate in past form and eaten in past participle form. In the above example, we have used ed with play in past form and past participle form. But in the next example, we didn't use such pattern. So the word follows the pattern for conversion from present to past, from past to past participle is a regular verb. And a verb which do not follow the pattern for conversion is irregular verb. So based on forms, we have two types of verbs. Number 1, regular verbs. Number 2, irregular verbs. Regular verbs follow a fixed pattern when we convert from present to past and from past to past participle, while irregular verbs do not follow any fixed pattern when we convert it into past and past participle form. In regular verbs, we add d, ed and ied with base form as last letter of a verb. And in irregular verbs, we do not add such character like d, ed and ied to the base verbs of irregular verbs. Now, we will elaborate and exemplify the regular verbs. First, most regular verbs are formed by adding ed to the main verb, for example, climb and finished. Climb become climbed in past and same in the past participle. Let's look at some more examples as well. Call, called, called. Want, wanted, wanted. Need, needed, needed. So these are some regular verbs with which we add ed. Now look at the regular verbs formed by adding d to the base verb. Here, those verbs which end with letter e, we add only d in past and past participle form. For example, die becomes died in past and died in the past participle as well. Damage, damaged, damaged. Dare, dared, dared. Like, liked, liked. Now let's look at into one more case. Regular verbs formed by adding ied to the base form of the verb. Mostly, if a verb ends with y, we add ied and remove y in past and past participle form. For example, carry becomes carried in past as it ends with y and same in the past participle. Let's look into other examples. Try, tried, tried. Copy, copied, copied. Cry, cried, cried. Here y of the base form has been changed into ied in past and past participle. So here we understood how to create regular verbs. Now look into irregular verbs which are not formed by any fixed form. For better understandings, we will divide it into 4 categories. Group 1 will contain all 3 verb forms same. Group 2 will contain same past and past participle verbs. Group 3 will contain same base and past participle form. And Group 4 will contain all 3 forms will be different. Let's elaborate Group 1, in which all the verb forms will be same. So we will take an example. Cost will remain the same in past and past participle. Read will remain the same in past and past participle. Cut will remain the same in past and past participle. And so are the examples of hit and put. Now let's take examples for Group 2, which have same past and past participle form. For example, fight will be changed into fought in past and same will remain in past participle. Other examples are find, found, found, bend, bent, bent, hang, hung, hung, and so on. Now let's look into Group 3, which is having same base and past participle form. For example, the verb come converts into came in past and past participle it again converts into base form come. The verb run converts into ran in past and in past participle it again converts into base form run. Same is the issue with become, which converts into became in past and in past participle it again converts into the base form become. Now let's move to Group 4, in which all the verb forms are different from each other. For example, shrink become shrank in past and shrunk in past participle. Here all the verb forms are different from each other. Let's look into other examples. Threw become threw in past and thrown in past participle. Take become took in past and taken in past participle. Eat become ate in past and eaten in past participle. So is the case with drive, which become drove in past and in past participle it becomes driven. So irregular verbs have no specific way to convert into past and past participle. So we will have to learn them. Now let's summarize the lecture. First we learned there are 2 types of verbs on the basis of form: regular and irregular verbs. Regular verbs have fixed pattern when it is converted into past and past participle form, while irregular verbs have no such pattern. Then we discussed how regular verbs are formed, and it was clear through examples that it is formed by adding ed, d and ied to base verbs. Then we discussed 4 groups of irregular verbs. Group 1 having all 3 forms same. Group 2 having same past and past participle form. Group 3 having same base and past participle form. Group 4 having all the 3 forms different. It's all in today's lecture. If you like the video, please share it with your nears and dears. Thank you so much.